to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town. And we're here today to talk about kicking off the 2016 Mayor's Summer Concert Series. A little bit of history. This goes back to, I want to say 1998, when John Eberhardt was the recreation director. And he just booked a band for a random show in Avenel Park. The band was called Smooth. They were a Motown band. They sat in or stood in the gazebo with their equipment, and they played, and a lot of people were in the audience, and it was great. It was absolutely great. At the time, my daughter was 8, and she came with me, and she loved it, and everything was good about it. The promoter was a guy named John Alati from LaGuardia Entertainment, who John Eberhardt hooked up with. So I started talking to him, and I said, man, we should do these more often. It turns out a lot of towns do them more often, so he explained exactly what had to be done. And then in 1999, we convinced Mayor McGreevy at the time that we should do a complete night of concerts. So we chose Monday nights, and we started in 1999, I believe, and had from 7:30 to 9 o'clock at Woodbridge High School a whole host of bands from the 50s and 60s to the 70s and 80s, and it was great. People loved it. Fast forward a few years, a lot of years actually, and you go back to now, what do you say, Bill, 6 years ago, Wednesdays? Yeah. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, we decided to add on Wednesday nights at Parker Press, sort of like eclectic Wednesday shows. I'll have Bill speak of them, but they're more low-key, smaller groups, smaller, more intimate environment in the park versus this big, wide open field, and that worked out great. And then 2 years ago, we decided to split Mondays into the 50s, 60s, the doo-wops, tribute bands, which stayed on Mondays, and we took all the 70s and 80s tribute bands and moved them to Tuesdays. As if 3 nights wasn't enough, we then decided to add the same year local band Thursdays, and that would be the kind of bands that have some kind of Woodbridge connection, either players in the band or somebody connected to it, and we got them all to play on Thursday nights, and that's over in Tansman Park, which is on the other side of the train station, right in front of the train station when you come out the main entrance. And that's the kind of bands that played at Riffy's when it was open. They play at Moby Dick's, maybe the Firehouse Pub, which is in Rahway, a little bit outside of Woodbridge, but all the local kind of bands. And then as if 4 nights wasn't enough, last year we added Country Sundays. And that worked out very, very well, and Bill booked those, and he'll talk about those. A lot of country, eclectic kind of country bands this year. We're probably going to be a little bit more toward the more well-known country bands, cover bands. So this will be our second year of Sundays. And then as if 5 nights a week wasn't enough, when Investors Bank came to us and said they wanted to invest some money in Woodbridge into the arts, we came up with the idea of having Friday night jazz shows at Pelsman Park in Avenel. And the reason it's there is because within a few years, the Avenel Arts Village is going to open up. In fact, we just left a meeting with these people. They're all kinds of brilliant arts people planning what the building should look like. Performing arts studio, recording studio, restaurant. You got to worry about the green rooms and the storage rooms and all these kind of things, but it's fascinating. But we couldn't have it on site there in the park next door because it is an open construction site, and it wouldn't be safe to bring people in there. So we're having those at Pelsman Park right down the road, right down West Park Avenue, right by the VFW, off Avenel Street. But within a few years, these kind of shows on Fridays will move over to the Avenel Arts Village. So that's Friday nights. So now we have 5 nights a week where there's 10 shows and Fridays where there's 4 shows. And I can't even think what might happen the rest of the year. We're now looking at some movie nights. We have another bank gave us a grant for some movie nights. So there's so many things happening in Woodbridge Township. One of the very first sponsors, 3 first sponsors we had in the very beginning, Sanson's Route 1 Auto Mall, Woodbridge Center, and ShopRite of Woodbridge. They go way back to 1999 when they sponsored these shows. And although the town does contribute toward them now, because we have so many, we can't expect sponsors to pay for all of it. But back then, it was just one night of shows, and we could not have done it. We absolutely could not have done it, could not have kicked it off the ground without the support of our sponsors. The one lady who's a constant in Woodbridge Center for all these years, she's been around running General Growth Properties and running Woodbridge Center Mall, Amy Bellisano, has been a big supporter of Woodbridge. I can't count the number of ways that Woodbridge Center helps us out, but let's just safely say that without them, the concert series would not have kicked off, let alone not be what it is today, but it never would have kicked off. So I'm going to ask Amy to come up and say a few words about your commitment, talk about the whole town, give us the whole story.
Well, we were speaking before this press conference about what a wonderful town it is, and that's really all thanks to our wonderful mayor, who is so involved in everything from food pantries to concerts to economic development. So we're really pleased to be a part of the Woodbridge Township fabric and just thrilled to be able to support what you do. It's wonderful. So thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thanks very much. Thank you, Amy. Let's hear for Amy. A young lady who's not been around since 1990. Well, she's been around since 1999, but not been around Woodbridge. Ashley Gallo works over in the Woodbridge ShopRite. She's the marketing director, and again, just like Amy, she's as important to this series as those the other two with Sandstone and Woodbridge Center. Would you like to come up and say a few words?
Sure, I guess why not? Absolutely. Well, hello, I'm Ashley Gallo. I'm the Human Resource Manager in Woodbridge ShopRite. Actually looking forward to this. It's my first full year in this store. A lot of my associates have been going here. They're actually planning on coming and hanging out with me at these now, so I'll be attending every Monday night. Hopefully plan to do this for the next few years, as long as I'm around in Woodbridge, to see all your familiar faces around here again. So we do appreciate it, and again, looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ashley. Amy
Thank
mentioned the food pantries. Every year, ShopRite of Woodbridge and Wegmans team up to be our main sponsor of the food pantry, have a hard drive, so they're also very involved in town. The main sponsor of the concert series since the very beginning has been Sandstone's Route 1 Auto Mall. They were the prime sponsor since 1999. They're still the prime sponsor. They actually had the idea way back when, I think in the very beginning, maybe it took a year or two to formulate, but they started the concept of the food drive. And right down there in the corner, the rec department brings a few people in a truck and all kinds of cans, and people are encouraged to bring a box or can of non-perishable food. But Paul Sansone's idea was, why don't we give everybody a raffle ticket for each box or can they donate, and then he'll provide the prize. So every Monday night, there's either a TV or a stereo or some kind of electronics gadget that is a very worthwhile prize, and every Monday night somebody walks away with something big for donating cans and boxes of food. And we started out around 40,000. Now I think we're up closer to 60,000 pounds of food on Monday nights, and we've expanded it to Tuesdays for another prize, and then the rest of the weeks, all the concerts, we have the cans and, to collect the food. So we collect it at every concert. So please, when you come to a show, certainly bring a can or box of food. Let me tell you a little bit about the lineup, and I want to thank Vito Simaluka and Brian Molnar. They are the director and deputy director of the recreation department, and they do all the legwork. Well, Bill does the legwork on his end, but on the Monday and Tuesday end, or actually the Monday end and some of Tuesday end, and all the Thursday end, the work is done by our recreation department. So let me tell you about the Monday shows. The most popular show of the year is the Duprees. They kick it off on June 27th. Then we have a week off with no show because of the fireworks, and by the way, that is July 3rd at Alvin Williams Park in Seawarren. Goes off about usually 9:25 or so as soon as it gets dark enough, and it's a wonderful show. And this year we're adding all kinds of special amenities, plus having a longer show. July 11th, the Bronx Wanderers. July 18th, Time Machine. July 25th, The Happenings. August 1st, I think this is our first time with the Shadows of the 60s. August 8th, the Cameos. We had them last year for the first time in a while, right? Everybody was asking for the Cameos. August 15th, the Mahoney Brothers. I don't know who they are, but everybody else does. I mean, I've had so many people say, wow, you got the Mahoney Brothers. I'm serious. Anybody heard of the Mahoney Brothers? Well, Bill, you heard of everybody. I mean, that doesn't count. That's like asking me if I know how to do a debit and credit. That's not fair.
They're very good.
They're very good, right?
Yeah.
They're very good. Oh, it's from our surveys. Yeah, by the way, when people come out here, we give them surveys, or you go online and you tell us what you think, and we listen to people. And then, what'd you say? People ask for them? I've had so many people say, wow, you got the Mahoney Brothers. August 22nd, Jersey Sound. And then August 29th, the only band that's played every single year of our concert series, the Infernos. And all these other bands are, I would say, I don't know what want to insult the Infernos, but they're well known. I mean, people heard of the Duprees. Not everybody's heard of the Infernos. The Infernos pack the place, and more people get up and dance, and more people yell and scream, and more people have a fantastic time at the shows here, wouldn't you say, when the Infernos play, than anybody else. They are like New Jersey's #1 wedding band, #1 house band. What? That wasn't a funny line. Why are you laughing? Now you get into my area here. Now you got Tuesday nights tribute band shows for the 70s and the 80s. My personal favorite band of all time, along with most of New Jersey, is Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Well, the Springsteen Tribute B Street Band, they are the first tribute band in American history, and they're the longest running tribute band in American history. I think they used to be called Backstreets, but they're the first and longest running tribute band in the history of America, and they play in Woodbridge every year, the B Street Band. No, that's June 28th. That's the first Tuesday show. July 5th, Green River, which is a Creedence Clearwater Revival tribute. We've not had them yet. July 12th, Eagle Mania will be the first year we have them. We've had a different Eagle band for the last couple of years, but they just weren't available this year. July 19th, the British Invasion, 60s pop rock. Last year they were phenomenal. I mean, right? That was just an absolutely fantastic show. July 26th, Scarborough Fair, Simon and Garfunkel tribute. August 2nd, Tusk, a Fleetwood Mac tribute. They skipped last year. They played the year before. They're great. August 9th, the Brit Pack, 70s British hits. We've not had them yet, right? And August 16th, Back to the Garden, Woodstock tribute. We had them last year. I don't think I made that show. August 23rd, Neil Berg's Piano Men, which is Elton John and Billy Joel. This is the first time we've had them. And then last year was our first time with the Glimmer Twins, a Rolling Stone tribute that was phenomenal. And that is August 30th. That's the final show. So 10 shows on Tuesday. Now if Bill could come up and talk a little bit about our Wednesday shows, since I don't know any of them. I like going to the shows on Wednesday. I like listening to music I can sing along in my head. And I can't sing along in my head to any of these. But it's okay because they're all uniquely talented, and people tell me, wow, what a great band, and how much they liked it. I say, thank you very much. I don't know.
Thank you, John. The Wednesday series comes under the heading of Something for Everybody. Most of the general population knows all the songs on Monday and Tuesday. They're hits that have been on the radio. Wednesday is maybe, I'll call it an artsy slant. A lot of the acts have played Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center. A couple of them have played the White House. We've had a number of Grammy winners and Grammy nominees, but not the Grammy winners that everybody's heard of. Best Latin band we've had, best soundtrack for HBO's, one of the HBO shows. So these are bands that are highly regarded and not necessarily household names. This year, I'll run through the schedule real quickly. June 29th is Meta and the Cornerstones. It's an international reggae band. Meta Dia, the lead singer, is from Senegal, West Africa. July 6th is Idle Wheel. That's a folk duo. One of the guys in that duo is Jack Sundred from the band Poco. July 13th is Willie Nile. Willie Nile has performed with Bruce Springsteen many times. If you go online and type in Willie Nile videos, you can find a lot of videos with Willie and Bruce performing together. July 20th is the Bumper Jacksons from Baltimore. They're kind of an old-timey country jazz and blues act. July 27th, we have 4 singer-songwriters in the round doing mostly cover tunes. August 3rd is No Fuss and Feathers. They're a North Jersey vocal harmony group. August 10th is Philadelphia band Ryan Tennis and the Clubhouse Band. They do kind of pop rock. August 17th is The End of America. They're a musical band. It's not a political statement of any kind. And don't Google The End of America online, because you're not going to find this band. You're going to find all types of political rhetoric. August 24th, Gina Chavez from Austin, Texas. She won Best Latin Band, Best New Album, Best Song at the Austin Music Awards last year. August 31st is the Birds of Chicago. They're kind of a rootsy, bluesy, soulful band. And September 7th, possibly the best known act we've ever had on Wednesdays, is Martin Barr. He's the guitarist from Jethro Tull. He was with Jethro Tull from 1968 until 4 years ago when they broke up. So it's a very eclectic mix of reggae and rock and pop and soul. And that's what we try to do on Wednesdays, is bring world-class acts in all different genres, all different ages. So that's Wednesday. And thank you.
All right, that's Wednesday. Thank you, Bill. You'll be back up in a second. Thursdays, like I said, are the local bands. So many of you, I guess, have heard them at all different places. The Lunatics on June 23rd. We start the concert series next week, not 2 weeks. Okay. Good local band, Tommy. I forget his last name, but No, that's a different guy. That's a different guy. Yeah. Anyway, Melfi, Kathy Melfi. I'm on their list. I get all their. In fact, this week they're playing at the Firehouse Pub. I get all their Facebook posts. They're really good. June 30th, Brandywine Road. Kim Boyko is a phenomenal talent. She used to be in all of our plays at the Woodbridge Community Youth Players until she kind of aged out. But she is the lead singer in Brandywine Road. She is a teacher in Ford's Middle School and an amazingly talented young lady. I have her CD in my car. I've meant to listen to it by now. Her grandfather gave it to me, but I haven't listened to it yet. July 7th, Love Revolution. They're supposed to play last year, but one of our few rainouts. John Riley from Colonia, very involved in the community, very active in the town. July 14th, 9 South. I don't know much about who's in it, but it's a phenomenal band. July 21st, Moonlight Mile. I don't know anything about them. What do we know?
That's Dave from D&L.
Oh, right, Dino Dave. Yeah, he does. That's right. Now I see the tongue and the lips. Rolling Stones. We have 2 Rolling Stone bands. One on the tribute night and one on the local band night. Dave's a local guy. This is the Stones band. July 28th, Smokehouse. I don't remember much about them. They played in the past, though, right? August 4th, 7 Stone, Kenny Connick, local guy. They play every year since we started. August 11th, Marty and the Martians. A lot of people have heard of Marty and the Martians. So what's good about them is every year at the end when no one's paying attention, they let me sing Thunder Road. So I'll be looking forward to that. So those of you who want to hear me sing, that's the night to come. August 11th, I got to make sure I'm not on vacation that week. August 18th, Smoking Catfish. That's your band, right, Nance? Weren't they the ones last year?
Oh, that's Snyder, Dinky Snyder.
Local guy, right?
Yeah, local.
August 25th, Smoke and Mirrors. That's Vic Pasillo, not Vic Pasillo. Vic Montero. Used to be a police officer. Great band. And then September 1st, Nikki Breyer. More of a country kind of act, right? She's local, but not Woodbridge. And she's done a lot of singing for Nancy and Debbie when they have the different events. So that is all of Thursday nights. Now, the 4 Friday night shows we added, we had one a week ago. Was very well received. And, it starts slow because it's the first time we ever did one. But it was very successful. I'd like to ask Rich McDermott from Investors Bank if he wants to say a few words since they are the main sponsor, or Irene Conti, or whoever. Oh, Irene? Okay, let's have Irene.
You want to make it short and sweet?
Short and sweet.
Okay.
I took up all the airtime.
I'm Irene Conti. I'm the branch manager of the Woodbridge branch of Investors Bank. And I have here with me Rich McDermott, VP at Investors, and Keisha Berry, who is the manager of the Avenel branch. And so we are sponsoring the series that's in Felsman Park in Avenel, the jazz series. We're happy to be a sponsor. We're all about giving back to the community.
All right. Thank you very much. More airtime for me. Sunday night shows. I'm going to turn this over to Bill now. Our second year doing it. Bill's the guy that books them all. He's the guy that forgot more about music than any of us up here will ever know. Bill, want to talk about Sundays?
Thank you again. Sunday nights start on June 26th, and Sunday night is actually, there are 8 shows on Sundays because we lose the 4th of July weekend, and half of them are going to be shows of music that's familiar to most people, and the other 4 are going to be more of the type of thing we do on Wednesday, only in country and country-ish styles. On June 26th is the Christian Lopez Band. He's a 20-year-old kid from West Virginia. He's going to be really big in country. His voice is unbelievable. He plays guitar and piano, has a band, and he's really going to go places. July 10th is Radney Foster. Radney Foster has written songs for Sarah Evans and Keith Urban and the Dixie Chicks. He had a duo called Foster and Lloyd who had a couple of hits on the country charts. So in real country music, he's the real deal, and really a very high-profile act to have in Parker Press Park. July 17th is Ikes and Hensley. They're bluegrass pickers, guitar and steel guitar, and they sing, and they're absolutely fantastic. Then July 24th, it's going to be 4 more singer-songwriters in the round doing classic country covers. So it's going to be songs, George Jones and Tammy Wynette, and songs that everybody knows. July 31st is Broken Road. That's a Rascal Flatts tribute band. And August 7th is ZBTB, Zach Brown Tribute Band. So those are two bands that there's a lot of Zach Brown fans and a lot of Rascal Flatts fans, and people will know those songs. August 14th is Whitney Rose. She's another very young, I think 20-year-old. Her first CD, which came out last year, was produced by Raul Malo, who's played in Woodbridge 3 times. He's Raul Malo of the Grammy-winning Mavericks, has taken Whitney Rose under his wing, and with somebody like that in your corner, you're going to go places as well. August 21st is the Hot Club of Cowtown. That's a Texas trio. They do kind of Texas swing, country jazz. And August 28th is from Boston, the Truck Stop Troubadours are doing a show called Solid Country Gold, which is also all music that country fans are going to know every song. It's all big, big hits in country music. So we have the up-and-coming emerging acts, and we have the familiar, well-known hits. So something for everybody on Sundays.
All right, thank you, Bill. Just before I ask Nancy and Debbie to say a few words, just the details now. Monday and Tuesday, 8:30, Woodbridge High School. Wednesday, 7:30, what'd I say? Monday and Tuesday, 7:30, Woodbridge High School till 9:15, whenever the band decides to give it up. Wednesday at Parker Press, which is right around the corner from Town Hall. Thursday at Tansman Park, which is right around the corner the other side from Town Hall. So when you come out of the train station, head toward the sushi place, that's Tansman Park on the right, and the other side on Rahway Avenue is Parker Press. Friday nights are also 7:30 at Avenel Park, and Sundays are 6 o'clock. We start Sundays early because it's start of the work week. Everybody's got to get home and get to bed and get ready for work. Now I'd like to ask our Council President, Nancy Drum, who's been involved in this for the last year. She knows a lot of the bands.
I do absolutely enjoy. I can't get to them every night of the week, but I certainly am there in Parker Press. I love the Farmers Market. That's married with the Wednesday night concerts at Parker Press, and the Thursday nights, which is moved from Parker Press to Tansman Park. They're spectacular, and I love the country ones. They're all great. So I guess on behalf of the Town Council, Debbie and I just want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Every one of them are friends in the community. We have so much support, and we appreciate that. Brian and Vito and Bill, the DPW, our media. You know, some of these concerts are taped by our TV 35. Not all of them. Sporadically, they come out when they have a chance. So it gives our people at home an opportunity to see the concerts if they can't get out. Also, what we do at some of the concerts is we have a lot of non-for-profit organizations in our community, and we have the opportunity to give them a night where they can raise some money doing our 50-50, which I think is awesome. And of course, donating of the canned goods and the non-perishables is really important as well. So not only do we have the support of our local businesses and everyone to provide this to our community, we are also giving back in a lot of ways as well. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's involved. Deb?
Well, you both took up a lot of airtime, so just come out and see these concerts. It's a free night for everybody. Bring a can of food, and especially on Thursday night, it's great because these are our local artists that are from Woodbridge Township, and come out and give them some support. So, and thank you to the sponsors.
Great, thanks. One thing I didn't talk about is the fact that in almost all of our shows, there's food available. I think all but Monday nights there's alcoholic beverages available. Brian, you want to give a rundown about who, top of your head, do you know who's working what night? All right.
Thank you. Monday night we're going to have our usual lineup: Tony Sausage, we're going to have Maglione's Ice, we're going to have Doo-Wop Dogs. Our Zeppel guy's not coming back. We're still trying to find somebody for desserts. On Tuesday nights we're going to have Doo-Wop Dogs again. We have Rita's comes in, and then we have a local vendor, Keith Giordano. He does hamburgers, hot dogs, sausage. So we'll have that covered on that end. Wednesday nights, it's
who
part
does,
of
who does the Big Shots does the liquor?
Big Shots is going to do liquor, beer and wine on Tuesday nights. Monday night there'll be no beer sales. Tuesday night we'll have Big Shots, beer and wine. Wednesday's part of the farmers market, so JJ Biddings will have beer, and then we have all the other vendors that are going to be at the farmers market. I think the Empanada Lady. So we got a lot of food there at the farmers market. Thursday, Big Shots will be doing beer sales at Tansman Park. We're also going to have Chick-fil-A scheduled to be there, and also Keith Giordano's food truck. And then on Sundays, we're going to have Moby Dick's is going to do beer and wine, and they're going to also do some food. And Keith Giordano is going to do the food truck. And then Friday nights, Chick-fil-A is going to do sandwiches, nuggets, and stuff like that.
Great. Thanks. We get a chance to get Woodbridge businesses involved from that end, too. Vito, do you want to add anything?
Just want to say that there is no town around that does anything like this. 55 shows over the summer, and that starts with the vision of the mayor and is only supported by the financial support of our sponsors. So I'd like to thank them. I also like to invite everyone to come out and see some of these shows. They're absolutely fantastic and extremely entertaining.
Oh, and not just bagels. My favorite bagel place. Wait, I'm not done yet. You want to say we were just both at Not Just Bagel's daughter's wedding yesterday. You want to say something about the wedding? No. Say what you want.
I want to say thank you to our DPW staff who's always here, setting up, helping. There's so much to do to be able to make this come to fruition, and I don't ever want to forget all the work that they do. They're always here. There's concerts all the time, so they're working hard. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you. Thanks a lot. You brownie. Where was I now? Oh, yeah, Not Just Bagels provides the food for the band. Miller's Ale House provides food for the band. Who else? Olive Garden provides food. The band, these people, they have to get fed. It's part of their contract. Some of them stay overnight within the local hotels, which is good, too, because some of them come from far away. We always hook them up in Woodbridge. But part of their deal is literally they get here at 4 or 5 o'clock, they have the sound check, they rehearse, and they get fed. So we do need the help of these different restaurants in town. So Not Just Bagels, Miller Ale House, Olive Garden, and Comfort Inn is where they stay. So they're just as valuable because they provide the accommodations for the groups. Is there anything we missed? John, anything? Nance, anything else you'd like to interrupt me with? You're good? Anybody else? All right, thank you very much for watching 55 free shows. Don't forget the fireworks. Don't forget we have the Woodbridge Community's youth players. I think the Wednesday, let's see, what day would be, the 21st or so? They're doing AIDA, 5 shows in August. We got the Civil War Roundtable. We've got the Beer Fest by J.J. Biddings in September. Got a whole lot going on. It's all on our website. No reason to go too far away this summer. There's always something happening, and it's always for free here in Woodbridge. Thank you, Rick. They're trying to get me off by playing that music up high. I can stay here forever, man. I don't have to go anywhere. Thank you for watching.